Hello dear students, welcome back once again to this video tutorial. This is the second video tutorial of chapter 3. Okay, chapter 3, organization of data. So in the previous video tutorial we studied about how to make a discrete series and a continuous series of inclusive and exclusive. And in this tutorial we will be studying about cumulative frequencies, relative and percentage frequencies. So directly we're going to start with question number 3. In question number 3, you are asked to calculate more than and less than type of cumulative frequency. This is usually we use cumulative frequency in many different questions as well, and there are a lot of questions about how to make to solve it into less than and more than basis. So we're going to study this now. So directly we're going to start with question number 3 as mentioned. So in this question you're asked to calculate cumulative frequency or make a table of less than and more than cumulative frequency distribution. I've written the question here. This table that you see is a question. All right. The marks of economics is given. Marks scored in economics is given. A number of students who scored the marks is given here. So straight away we're going to make firstly let's write it down, less than. Okay, less than cumulative. In less than basis, what you do is that you're talking about I think if you are aware, in the previous video, I think in chapter 5 we talked about how to calculate less than and more than. So when we talk about less than, we always talk about less than 5, the upper limit. So less than 5 is 2. The first one we just write it as 2 as it is. The second one we start adding up. Okay, so 2 plus 5 is 7. Next is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. And 20 plus 3 is 23. So this is the answer for less than basis. So when more than type, more than cumulative frequency, what you have to do is you have to start adding from here, from downwards. Alright, so first one is 3. So when we talk about less than, we're always talking about the lower limit, less than 0 or less than 5, or sorry, more than 0, more than 5, more than 10, more than 20, and more than 25. So in more than, what we will do is we will add up from here. All right, 3. Now 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. And 21 plus 2 is 23. So more than 0 is 23. Okay, more than 5 is 21. More than 10 is 16. More than 20 is 9. And more than 25 is 3. So this is a more than cumulative frequency. All right, so this is what you have to do in when the question talks about to solve it in less than and more than basis. So this is question number 3. Now let's study about relative and percentage method. Yeah, so here I've already written down the question. This question is question number 5. Okay, so in question number 5, you are asked to convert the frequency distribution to continuous frequency distribution. You see the frequency distribution given here, it is inclusive. So we have to make it exclusive. Yeah, because there's no repetition here. 30 to 34, 35 to 39. So in this case, what we have to do, I hope you remember, you have to subtract 0.5 from lower limit and add 0.5 in upper limit. So let's make a table and straight away let's solve the question. So let's write down here weight, and this is frequency. So as mentioned, you have to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add up 0.5 in the upper limit to make it as continuous series. So let's do that. Yeah, 29.5 to 34.5. The frequency is 4. Next is 34.5 to 39.5. Hala na gunak ba? 2 minutes. After that, it is 39.5 to 44.5, and the frequency is 13. 44.5 to 49.5. Frequency is 18. 49.5 to 54.5, frequency is 12. 54.5 to 59.5 is 7. 59.5 to 64.5 is 3. So now we're done with the first question. The first question is to convert the frequency distribution to continuous frequency distribution. So we've already done that. Now the second question, question number B, is calculate relative frequency distribution. Alright, now that we have all the frequency in this, before we go ahead and calculate relative and percentage, we have to get a total of all the frequency. So if you add up all this, you should get 60. Okay, the total should be 60. Alright, now in relative frequency, what we do is relative frequency distribution, you just write it as relative only. Alright, so in relative, what we will do is, you see 4 here, right? The first frequency, 4 divided by 60. You have to divide 4 by 60. 4 divided by 60, you'll get 0.666 like that. So you can write it as 0.67. Okay, 6 divided by 60, you should get 10. 13 divided by 60. So please calculate all of it. 21, oh sorry, point, you will get 0.2. You can write 0.22. 18 divided by 60, 0.3. 12 divided by 60, 0.2. 7 divided by 60, 0.12. and 3 divided by 60, 0.05. Sorry, 6 divided by 60, 6 divided by 60, you should get 0.1, not 10. Okay, so this is wrong. Now in percentage method, so this is how we calculate relative frequency distribution. You have to divide each frequency by total frequency, total sum of frequency, then you will get the relative frequency distribution. Okay, now percentage frequency distribution. In some questions, if you are not calculating relative, then you have to divide it 4 divided by total frequency into 100. But now, since we have already calculated relative, so what we can do is we can just take 0.67 into 100. Okay, and that way you will get 67%. Next, 0.1 into 100 is 10. 0.22 into 100 is 22. 0.3 into 100, and you have to keep calculating like that. Okay, so this is how we calculate percentage frequency distribution. Alright, so this is it for this tutorial. The following questions, there are some few more questions again in your practical question, and almost all the question we have solved. I have given you an example of all the questions in the tutorial. Please watch the tutorial, and after that you can solve the question all by yourself. All right, so I hope you know how to calculate now the relative and percentage method. All right, so with this we have come to the end of the tutorial, and yeah, please study hard and take care of yourself.